How about now? Do we have audio now? Do we have audio now? No, because I turned it down. What about now? Test, test, test. Test, test, test. Okay. That seems... Okay, so we have audio. Test, 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 test. 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 Rah. Test, test, test. Okay, so I need to move. If I'm here, then it picks it up better. If I mute and then rotate the thing. And then unmute. Okay, we should be coming in loud and clear now. We need 3 chats visible. Popping out the chats. Twitch.tv/ pop out. I'm in the wrong browser, which I'm not logged in on. Yeah. Yeah, welcome. Welcome, unlimited creativity. Howdy. Howdy, unlimited creativity in the Discord. Meanwhile, over in twitch.tv, we have popped out a chat. Howdy, Matilda Zero and Cryptic Fan. Imagine that. Ink Curious, are you still hoping to swing through Green Bay Sunday night? Because I have a tentative plan for a thing at Lumberjack Johnny's at 7 p.m. But I haven't had the chance to talk to anybody there yet to make sure it's actually okay. I know you were going to ask. Yeah. So I found with a lot of these places, they don't answer their phones or respond to messages. So you just have to literally walk in there and talk to somebody. And so that's what I did for the Eau Claire Reboot Social thing. But I'm not going to get to Green Bay until this afternoon. So pencil in Sunday at 7 p.m. at Lumberjack Johnny's. But check my Twitter, because if there's a last minute change, it'll be a change of location, not a change of time or city. It'll still be, no matter what, I'm going to try and do something at 7 p.m. in Des Peres, basically. That's the current plan. Okay, so youtube.com/Joe Hill. Gotta open up the YouTube chat. Pop that out. Okay. So, popped out the YouTube chat like a expert. Welcome, Rhiannon Dorn and Lafe. Glad you could be joining us. Okay, so here is where we are at. We're still, at my brother's in Eau Claire. But we've got to, I don't think I'm going to set up my streaming rig at all once I get to Des Peres, because basically it's like check in at the hotel at 3. The first tournament starts at 5 today and then runs until, let me see if I can find out what time it runs until. Well, I think today's tournament basically runs from 5 until midnight. Let me go to district82.com real quick and double check that on their calendar. I think they're estimated now, keep in mind, pinball tournament estimated times are 5 to 11:30 p.m. tonight. And then tomorrow morning, there is a tournament from basically 8 a.m. to 5 p.m., then a dinner break, and then another tournament from 6 p.m. to midnight. So there's no time for streaming or recording in there. Sunday, there's a tournament from like 9 a.m. to 4 or 5 p.m. And then I've got a call with my kid, and then I'm going to try and do that thing at Lumberjack Johnny's. So it's going to be tight. So no streams the next few days. I should check the checkout time at the hotel. I had originally assumed assumed that I was gonna be on the road, like doing a 12-hour drive on Monday, but on the drive up here with the smoke and stuff, it was so miserable. I had to split it into 2 6-hour parts. There was no way that doing a 12-hour straight drive would have made sense. So I might stay later at the hotel on Monday instead of trying to do a 12-hour drive in one day. Stay until long enough to do a coffee stream, and then let's see. Book your stay today. Fresh breakfast, swimming pool. All I want is the checkout time. Well, I don't know. But let's assume that I could probably do a stream Monday morning. We might be adding a stream to offset the expense of an extra day of hotels. But I haven't figured out where I would stay on the way back yet, because that's its own whole thing. Okay. Why is everything running so terribly? Is it oh, did I turn I set the view distance way up for the replay mod, that's why. View distance was too high. Okay, yeah, there we go. Now we're back at it. Whew, nice. So, okay. Yeah. But yeah, for anybody who's curious and wants updates about the DePere, Wisconsin Green Bay meetup, follow me on Twitter, because that's gonna once I get that locked in, I'm going to post that and pin it like I did with the current Eau Claire thing. Also, let me go ahead and post a link to the tipping thing. Tips are welcome via paypal.me/JoeHills and YouTube Super Chat. And then this weekend, you might see me in the background of Fox Cities Pinball on Twitch. So let me go ahead and pin a message, something. Look for me this weekend at Fox Cities Pinball. So yeah, I'll be at a tournament there. There's 150 people in the tournament, so I might not be on camera very often, but I will be there. So you can, where's Waldo for me? I might occasionally be joining Tom in the booth as a commentator. We'll see how that goes. But that's none of that's scheduled. This is just like I said, today from 5 until midnight tournament. I'll be there. Tomorrow from 9 a.m. until midnight, 2 more tournaments. Sunday from like 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. another tournament. So that's 4 tournaments in 3 days that'll all be streamed at twitch.tv/FoxCitiesPinball, and I will be at them, which also means I will not be streaming on my own channel. I did not realize when I initially was looking at this how packed a weekend this is. Like, I knew people are like, man, they really cram the tournaments into their schedule. And I'm like, yeah, okay, yeah, that's what, yeah, 4 tournaments in a weekend. Yeah, that probably is pretty packed. I didn't realize like how long each of the tournaments are. That's part of what makes them worth so many points, is the more games played. And the more players and the better the players, kind of all goes into calculating how many points the tournament is worth, in terms of like rankings and stuff. And so like I had heard that they did a lot, and so I knew that they did a lot, but I didn't maybe understand how much a lot was what I was looking. I was like, oh yeah, I'll probably have some time to just relax in there. It's like, oh, probably not. But that's okay. That's okay. I'm really looking forward to it. It should be a fun trip. I've had a great time hanging out with my brother, his wife, and my parents this week too. I got to go to the Leinenkugel brewery yesterday and try some of their sample flights or whatever. That was cool. I'm used to when you get a flight of samples, I'm used to them being 2-ounce samples, not 6-ounce samples. So I definitely did not finish my sampler. You know, I drank about probably 2 to 4 ounces of each because that's what I'm accustomed to when you get like 6 different things like that. But yeah, 6-ounce samplers. That's like, I guess 2 1/3 pints all at once. That's a lot. Okay. But yeah, it seemed like a really cool place. We didn't do the tour or anything because I had to get back for a HermitCraft creative meeting, which Scar actually ran that since Impulse is on vacation, and he did a fantastic job. Scar does not like to think of himself maybe as the most organized person, and we're not delusional either, so we don't think of him that way either. But you know, he did a fantastic job keeping us creative at our kind of open-ended creative brainstorming chat. So total props and hats off to Scar for that. So yeah, I had what did I do yesterday? I did my stream. Then I went with my brother to get, we went to some random restaurant and I got a Wisconsin style Philly cheesesteak, a Wisco cheesesteak, they call it. And it's basically just a normal Philly cheesesteak, except instead of American cheese, it's just a bunch of other cheese. It's just so much cheese. But like high quality local Wisconsin cheese. It was really yummy. Then we did the beer sampler thing. 3-hour HermitCraft creative call, because like with the hermits, it's like, okay, we get started and there's 6 people there, and you know we're talking. We talk about everything we're going to talk about in about 45 minutes to an hour. But then around the 45-minute to an hour mark, like 3 other people go, "Oh, I thought this was at a different time," and then they show up, and then we start. And then we're like, "Oh, we were just talking about these things we're working on." And they're like, "Oh, we had questions about those," and then we're like, "Well, what are you guys working on?" So with people popping in and out, it ends up being like a 3-hour thing, which for brainstorming, sometimes you really like. There's a big difference between a planning meeting where that's about execution, where you need to kind of keep things organized, right? Like if I said, guys, my Elytra course is opening soon. I want to have a planning meeting to coordinate the grand opening. Everybody would be like, okay, Joe, let's knock that out in 15 minutes. We can figure out how to meet up and record a segment about your Elytra course in less than 15 minutes. But if it's like, hey, everybody, let's talk about what you're working on this week, what you're thinking about working on next month, where you want to be in 2 months, like, you need to have it be a very decompressed space. You need to let the you need to fill the volume of the container there. So yeah, Scar did a great job running that yesterday. Woo, Scar, best Scar ever. Okay, so I did a bunch of talking about what I'm doing in the long term. Like, I'm getting really close on this playfield layout. I've been working on that a lot, and I'm feeling pretty ready. I'm still behind on pixel art here, but that's not something I can easily work on until I get home, so that's a next week thing for sure. What I should probably be doing today is I should figure out if I'm going to do a Wednesday morning... Or not Wednesday morning. If I am going to do a Monday morning stream, which I'm not sure I can commit to yet. Honestly, I don't know how things are. I don't know how exhausted I'm going to be. I don't know how exhausted I'm going to be after this tournament. Morning, Drubaka. But part of me is going to want to record something talking about the tournament. So let's look at it this way. If I'm... there's 2 things I should probably do today. I should probably record. I went through and I listened to a bunch of the footage from the camel thing, and I don't have a clean intro on that, so I'm gonna need to record a new intro. I can do that today, this morning. And I can also figure out what I want to do for my what should I be working on? Oh, did I bring back? Hold on. Did I bring back oh, come on. Coral. I could have sworn that I had somewhere. I had gotten a whole bunch of. Oh no. Oh, it's probably back at the other place. Okay, we're gonna have to go back and get. Okay, yeah, now that we've retrieved the camel, I think we need to go back and get the other stuff we left behind. I think I might have left a non-trivial amount of flower trees. And maybe the Monday morning thing, while I'm talking about the when I do my kind of travelogue video about the tournament, maybe the travelogue video features me putting in the cherry blossom trees next to the haunted house. Does that make sense? Because we've got the haunted house is still kind of in like early spring mode and not like fully. I think for 120 maybe we bring it into the full cherry blossom. No sibling guests today. My brother is actually on the phone upstairs. Hopefully that's not too loud. Checking out Jevin's armor trim shop feels like it's. So the thing is, from like a unity of structure standpoint, like our first 120 episode is about the camels, right? Or the camel. Our second 120 episode will be about the doing the flowers around the haunted house, while I talk about the tournaments and how I did and what my analysis was and everything, right? So then I feel like armor trims are a feature that are kind of like they should be part of a third episode, right? Also, Jevin wants to do the armor trims as like an interactive thing. So like when you buy from his shop, you can't just buy from the shop. You put in an order and then he wants to record delivering it to you and talking to you about it. And so I don't want to be on, like, I kind of want to do that after I get home and I'm on my good recording setup. So I feel like that's a late next week thing, if that makes any sense. So yeah, I'm just thinking through it. But we need to go get the cherry blossom trees from the camel place. Bum, 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 bum. Dun, 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 dun. So, yeah, let's assume that the Jevin Armor Shop visit will be back end of the week. I'm trying to watch on the joehills.net live page. Is it down for the day or is it a problem on my side? That's a good question. It should not be down. Nope, it's definitely up. It takes like 10 seconds to load because of the way that they do regional caching. But it looks like it's up to me. Yeah. Make sure that you're using that URL there. And Jay says, just had a work call. Did somebody say cheese? Because yes, please. Yeah, I had a Wisconsin-style cheesesteak, which is basically a Philly-style cheesesteak, except instead of Cheese Whiz or American cheese, it's like fresh local dairy cheese and like 10 times as much of it. It's just loaded up with cheese. I think I posted a picture. Did I post a picture in the food channel in the Discord? I think I did. It's very good. Mike Dedman says it's working. Yeah. But that is good to know if it's not working for everybody though, because like I said, this is kind of an experimental thing. If there's regional issues, like MEXC, do you mind saying what country you're trying to access it from? In theory, there shouldn't be any geographical limitations, but like if for some reason it just isn't working in Indonesia, I probably want to find that out, right? You don't have to get hyper specific with your location, but just like, whoa, did somebody else build a connector here? Oh no, that was just, oh, that was, I was like, oh, there's an extra stairway, and oh no, that's just where I put something dumb, because I'm dumb. Europe, Germany, Firefox. I'll try on other browsers in a second. Okay, cool. Yeah, thank you. Appreciate you experimenting with that for us. Because yeah, in theory, this should be, it might not be quite as lag free as Twitch or YouTube, but it should be more robust geographically. Although I'll have to look into the exact like service map for Cloudflare video. But in theory, they're less likely to have weird content issues with country governments and stuff. I really need to bring a frog when I do this. I don't know what I'm thinking. So this is, just as a reminder, a shorter coffee stream because I have to pack up and get on the road to Des Peres, Wisconsin for the tournaments there. I did get cheese curds. Yes, I did. It works fine on Chrome. Okay, maybe it's something with the Firefox configuration. Well, thank you for looking into that, Mexi. Okay, these. Okay, let's go back here and see what we have. Hey, Mingo says good room for the tournament. Thank you. Or good room. Good luck. Good luck at the tournament. Not good. I don't know why I said room. Oh, because I was saying, how do we? Let's make sure we have room in our inventory for stuff. Ah, my brain is not fully awake yet, which is why I'm having my coffee. That guy's just chilling. He's like, I'm in a pool. Okay. So somewhere here are our cherry saplings. So we'll have our cherry saplings. Let's go ahead and put these back in here. So cherry sapling box, gear bag, redstone, magma creams. We got a lot of those. Okay, so that was silly of me to forget that stuff there. I should have gotten it earlier, but didn't. But yeah, just as a reminder though, this is a short stream. Also, an apology to John, who tipped 40 at the end of the last stream. That alert didn't come in until after I had wrapped up. But John, if you're watching, thank you, and it did come in, so it is appreciated. This stream though, we haven't actually gotten any tips yet, and we are at 0 degrees rotation. We are going to be rotating the camera 1 degree. Fallion says, another German viewer here. For me, joehills.net/live works on Firefox, but not on Chrome. Huh. Yeah. Well, the thing is with Firefox and Chrome, they both have like plugins and stuff. So it might be that since Cloudflare's video distribution network sometimes gets used by video advertisers, maybe it's getting ad blocked. Would be a guess, possibly. Like each of you has ad block installed on a different browser, maybe. That's just a guess. I have nothing to back that up, but I'm trying to imagine why that would happen otherwise, and I'm not thinking of a lot of explanations. Oh, did I remember to get those ones that were by the... I don't think I did. Dang it. Got so distracted fighting those guys. Forgot some of the boxes. Matt Limbago says, happy Friday. Good luck in the tournament, Joe. Thank you. Yep, it's 4 different tournaments in 3 days. It is jam-packed. Should be a lot of fun, though. So we're gonna pick up this one, that one, that one, and then nothing's left in there. These guys are just not gonna let me catch a break, huh? I mean, hopefully, even if I kind of bomb at one of them, the fact that there's 4 of them means, like, I'm likely to do okay in at least one. I mean, it's a completely new venue to me. So I will say I do tend to underperform my first time at a new place because I'm always, like, trying to learn the ropes, you know? I'm hoping, though, that, like, since there's a tournament on Friday night, which is tonight, and then 2 tournaments Saturday, and then 1 tournament Sunday. Even if tonight I'm a little bit like getting my sea legs, trying to learn the facility and stuff. Hopefully by tomorrow morning and Sunday, I'll be completely acclimated. And if not, then it's still an investment for wanting to come back, you know, next year or something. I'll know the place better then. I'll know what to expect. I'll be better prepared. Because like, some places I've been to, I'm like, oh man, I should have brought a camp chair. There's a lot of downtime here, and we're sitting outside between rounds. I'm assuming that this tournament is pretty efficiently run, but even in the most efficiently run tournaments, there's stuff where it's like, okay, well, the rounds can only go as quickly as the groups play. And when you have like 1 or 2 groups that are like wildly good, then they can make an individual round run very long. And if I'm paired up with people that are not very good, because of Swiss pairing, they tend to pair people up around the same skill level over the course of the tournament, I tend to be in groups whose games end sooner. Unless there's like a catastrophic malfunction on the machine and we have to start over or something. I'm almost never in the last group to finish. So, yeah. Lizzie Max says, I yelled Go Joe in Fox City's Pinball stream the other day. They actually had another Joe playing, an imposter Joe. That's fair. Joe is a very common name. There's some people in a very famous book named Joseph. And, you know, that's the sort of thing that, like, carries for a while. Are there any specific machines I'm excited to play? Not really. I mean, I looked at the list of machines they have, and I'm more excited that there's like 30 or 40 machines there. There's like 20 classics I've never had the opportunity to play. And then some newer machines as well. Like, I say newer, like some 90s machines. Classics are usually like pre-80s would be kind of the... but they have a bunch of machines from the 70s I've never played. And it's not like I'm like, oh, I'm excited about one particular machine from the 70s. It's like, it's not like, oh, I've heard so much about this one in particular. It's just that like, oh, hey, because the style of the game that I'm designing is kind of the playfield layout and stuff is kind of inspired by the 60s and 70s layouts. I'm excited about the opportunity to see 24 more, if that makes any sense. Awesome, Evan. Congrats on getting to speak at your city's Pride Parade. Hope you had a great time. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, Mingo says, so you get to experience a lot of new machines. I'll get to experience a lot of machines that are new to me and very old. And that's the value. That's the value. Because, like, I feel like I'm getting very close to finalizing my ideas for the playfield on Deep Field, my Minecraft pinball machine. But this is my last chance to just play a bunch of old machines from the era that I'm drawing from, and kind of sanity checking if some of the stuff I'm thinking maybe, like, isn't a good idea. Does my Toronto trip mean Chicago Pinball Expo is off the table? No. Because that's... No. They're kind of two different classes of trips. The Toronto trip is I miss my fiance and need to leave the country to see her because the immigration process won't let her in the country right now. The Chicago Pinball Expo trip, like, I'm going to be trying to meet up with people who run companies that like sell pinball parts and see about getting set up with a machine to stream again and trying to get pinball related sponsorships and stuff. Because I really like streaming pinball, but it's hard to justify financially because basically I don't make enough money off the streams of Minecraft I do to do fewer Minecraft streams, and it's hard to jam extra other streams in there at the same time. Austin's Garage says, I just inherited 3 classic pinball machines. 2 are from the 60s and 70s, one's older, it doesn't even have flippers. I have them set up in my man cave now, and they've been a hit at parties. That's great to hear, Austin. Very cool. Very cool. Of course, there's one of those hoglins there. Aha, we snuck past him. Hee-hee. Okay, we should probably grab these. That's 3, and we have 3. So away we go. Mr. Hardluck says, I meant from a logistical standpoint. No. Because the Toronto trip isn't... Well, wait, when is... or wait. Is it directly on top of it? Hold on. I thought it was the week after. Chicago Pinball Expo was the 18th through 21st. Let me see. Are these actually overlapping and I didn't realize it? Maybe I thought Chicago Pinball Expo was later. Now you're making me nervous that I screwed this up. No, these are different. Yeah, I mean they're close to each other. but they're not like overlapping. It is kind of silly to fly back from Toronto to Nashville for like 4 days, but I gotta get my kid to school, so yeah. That's not really... So it's gonna be a busy time of year. But there's no other time that I can really get out of the country to see my fiance. And Chicago Pinball Expo is like the trade show for pinball. So if I'm going to try and seriously pursue streaming it as part of my job, it would be irresponsible to skip it. So that's... yeah. So yes, they are very close together on the calendar, but neither of them is something that I consider really optional this year. In terms of my long-term goals. So yeah, I gotta have to sort through all these now. Okay. Okay, so that one, oops. Actually, let's get all of these down first, and then we'll pick up the ones that are full for the trash pile. Okay, this one isn't trash. Okay, that one has one block in it that we can trash. That one is trash, so... burp. Trash. Okay, so we'll pull the trash out of this to mix in with the other ones. Okay, that one is trash. Empty, 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 empty. Okay. Loopy says, wait, are you going to be flying back and forth each day? No, no, no. No, in fact, I might even be driving to Chicago Pinball Expo. I'll have to figure that out. But no, I'm going to be flying to Toronto to see my fiance because during the with the fiance visa process, once you start the fiance visa process, your fiance cannot visit you in the country because they're worried that they'll like stick around and just hide, basically. So, yeah. It's kind of inconvenient. It's very inconvenient. I don't enjoy it. But it was actually way more expensive for me to fly to England than for both of us to converge on Toronto. So that's what we're doing. But yeah, this fiance visa process might take 14 months. And there's... oh, it's too long. I don't want to wait 14 months to see my fiance. That's miserable. I'll be sad. Okay. But yeah. Who knows? Maybe we'll sell some TCG collector cards in the interim. I'm so excited. I showed the other hermits the card art that I just sent off to Creo. Ollie5 says, are you allowed to visit them? Yeah, I'm allowed to fly to England, but the problem is like, my kid is in school. And so, you know, my fiance could fly here for a month and just hang out and not be responsible for a child. But if I try to fly there, like, I have to have somebody get my kid to and from school. And it's really annoying, you know, because, like, my parents would be like, oh yeah, we love our granddaughter, drop her off at grandma and grandpa's house and we'll all have fun. And I'm like, well, I can't drop her off at your house because she has to go to school. And they're like, oh, never mind. That's not fun. Because then my parents have to stay at my apartment, which, you know, I am a 30-something-year-old divorcee who lives in a terrible falling apart building. And they're like, we worked really hard all our lives so we could have a home that we love. And they're like, they don't want to live in my apartment that no one loves. They want to live in their home that they love. You know, it's a different vibe. But I am going to be leaning on them basically for the Chicago Pinball Expo and for PAX Unplugged. That's kind of going to be my birthday and Christmas presents. Is, I know you guys really don't want to do this, but can you cover me for a long weekend? Which they can cover me for a long weekend, but they don't want to put up with me going to Europe for 10 days, you know? Because with the long weekend, it's like, yeah, we'll get Corinne to school Thursday and Friday, and then we'll take her to our house Saturday and Sunday, you know? That's a lot different than like, hey, I'm going to be gone for 5 school days. Can you take care of everything? Right? Yep, we are having coffee. Or it's actually a 1-hour coffee stream because I need to get on the road. I need to pack up. I've packed up all my non-necessary gear. Like, I've already got the Switch and the Elgato and everything packed up. But I figured I should get a little caffeine in me before I hit the road. So, yep, here we go. Mahi Zero says, are you able to say which artist you commissioned? Yeah. I commissioned a Viva Kitty. And I can't, Creo is going to be the ones doing the, or I have to coordinate with Creo about unveiling the art. So I can't just show you the image now. Because since we were kind of starting a little bit late on this, I should have been more... Well, why did I not bring food with me? Oh my gosh. Okay. Yeah. Aviva was a last-minute substitution and turned around something absolutely amazing in like 3.5 days. And I'm very happy with how it turned out, but yeah. I'm waiting to hear back from Creo. They're gonna take that art and like drop it in on the card, you know, and then I can show it. But they've got like a coordinated hype building campaign that I don't want to undermine by just being like, and here's the picture, right? But yeah, it's very cool. It was absolutely a blast working with Aviva. This was a very otherwise stressful situation in that, you know, it's a last minute like, oh, hey, we need to replace this artist real quick. It's like noon on Monday and I'm talking to Beef and I'm like, okay, we need to bring in another artist. How long do we have? And he's like, you have to get this to me by end of day Thursday. And I'm like, okay, who do I know who can work fast? And I immediately, Aviva was my first choice. Thank goodness that Aviva had availability this week. But yeah, just as a note to people, if you hire people in conditions like this, make sure to pay them a rush rate, which I did. I'm optimistic we'll sell enough cards to make this back, but honestly, Aviva's such a nice person and such a good artist. Even if I lose money on this, I'm not going to stress about it. Because that's the other thing too, is like, if you only work with people you like, even if the project ends up not being financially successful, you can go, well, at least I supported a cool artist, you know? Like 90% of art that people commission is just for their own personal enjoyment anyway. They're not making money back off it. Now, if you are doing it for commercial use, you know, you definitely want to adjust the pricing upward. So yeah. But yeah, so anyway, if you hire artists, just a little bit, I've been thinking about art directing a lot all week, but yeah, if you're going to hire an artist for commercial work, pay them a fair rate for commercial work, and if you need it turned around in 4 days, pay them a rush rate. Because it's very challenging to do the number of revisions and tweaks and all those things on a high pressure schedule, and people should be compensated fairly. Dr. Grab says, will there be a second set for the TCG cards? Hopefully. Everybody would love to see that happen. Until we get this first set out the door, though, I don't know that we can say anything definitive. You know, we need to learn whatever lessons we're going to learn doing this the first time before we promise a second time. What I'm talking about, though, is the collector's edition cards that are like display pieces. But yeah, if yeah, shout out to Aviva if you want to hire Aviva for your own stuff. Let me see if I've got boom 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 boom. I'm like trying to go backwards through my conversation. Yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna post a link to Aviva's commission page. Keep in mind, it says at the top, like, the prices here are, you know, projects will be priced case by case. The prices here are the minimums. So the minimums are like, if you're doing a non-commercial project, like I want to make a birthday card for my wife, you know, don't get sticker shock if you have to pay more because you're like, I want to sell a set of holiday cards for $10,000. You know, I want to print and sell 10,000 holiday cards. Or I work at IBM and we're making a Christmas card, you know, like corporate work is going to cost more, you know. But Aviva is fantastic to work with, and I strongly recommend doing so if you have the opportunity. Okay. I'm very excited. Like it's one of those, oh no, I broke my shears. I'm so excited I broke these shears. Yeah, I'm waiting on Creo so I can unveil the card, but it's kind of like one of those things where it's like I had to rush, Aviva had to rush, and I mean I know the Creo people are rushing too because they got final art from a bunch of hermits yesterday. And their design team has to take the final art that all of our artists sent in last minute. Not everybody sent in their stuff last minute. A few people had their stuff in early. Grian knew early on. He was actually the one that kind of led to this entire collector card series being made in some ways. Because he's like, what if I wanted to have a special card where I hired an artist? Because, like, I've got an artist and I've been working on a proof of concept. And like, what if we did something like this? And then Beef was like, ooh, you know, if we were gonna do that though, we should probably do that for everybody, you know? And so yeah, and I didn't know if we were actually doing that or not until like some of this stuff was kind of on the fence, like, okay, well, the people who really want it will get a special card, the other people will just reprint their rare card art or whatever. But then at the end of the day, it's like, no, we should do special art for everybody. And I'm like, oh no, time is a factor. Art being early, is that possible? Well, I mean, like I said, in like Rian's case, it was exactly on time because he was pitching an entire line of stuff, you know. And I'm glad he did. Like, I'm very excited. But yeah, it's like I've been thinking about this card and working on this card with Aviva so much this week. It's gonna be real great getting it published. I hope people like it. But like I said, even like I designed something with Aviva that was just like, this is what I'm picturing. This is what I would like, you know? And it might be art that's only for me. But at the end of the day, if I just spent that money to commission this so I can put it in my office, it would still be worth it to me. But I really, really hope other people like it too, because it's great and it deserves to be shown, in my opinion. Bum, 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 bum. Boom, 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 boom. So we're gathering a lot of this moss because we're going to use it when we record our travelogue video. We're going to update all the trees to be cherry blossom trees by the haunted house. Is the plan. Howdy, McLeslie. Glad to see you. Okay. Let me check on something real quick. Just as a reminder, we've only got 10 minutes left in the stream, and we actually haven't gotten any tips. I just did a manual check. If you enjoy the show, tips are welcome via paypal.me/JoeHills and YouTube Super Chat. I know that this might not be as long as a show as y'all would normally enjoy, but I have got to pack everything up and get on the road so that I can be at District 82 for my tournament that starts at 3. Time is a factor. So this is kind of a short stream just to make sure I caffeinate and wake up before I get behind the wheel. So I am doing that. Cheers. Okay. That feels like it should be enough. Hey, we got our first tip of the stream rolling in from K for 5. Thank you very much. Speaking of rolling, I think my camera is about to roll 5 degrees angular as that comes in. Do. So thank you very much to K for that. Woo. 10 minutes left in the stream. Once again, I gotta get on the road. Tips are welcome via paypal.me/JoeHills and YouTube Super Chat. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna take these upstairs. It's not really upstairs because there's no stairs, but you know what I mean. Hey, we got another tip rolling in. Let's see who it's from. Cryptic Fan. Tips 11 says, thanks for keeping me company during some boring work. Busy work. Well, thank you very much, Cryptic Fan. That brings us up to 16 degrees angular. It is appreciated. Do. We got another one rolling in from Leslie, who says, good luck with pinball this weekend. Thank you for the 5. It's going to bring us up to 21. Thank you very much, Leslie. And then making sure we didn't miss any others in PayPal before we switch over to YouTube. Looks like we're good there. Over in YouTube, Salient Bofa tips 10 and says, good luck at pinball. Thank you very much, Salient Bofa. That brings us up to 31. Do. I am really, really excited about this tournament. Like, I'm a little bit nervous, but I'm also a little bit excited. Okay, let's go ahead and put this stuff in here. Along with the... Dang it, where did I put down the... Okay, the one that had the trees in it, was that one? No, definitely not. Well, we need the pumpkin pies either way. Oh, wait. We put the one with the trees in it in the shulker box for safekeeping. That's right. Ender chest for safekeeping. Was it this one? Dun, 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 bum, 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 bum. Do, do, do. We really need to get organized. This is not optimal, but probably the mini blocks box. Nope. Was it the gear bag? The gear bag, yay! Okay, so we have our petals and our saplings here. So now we're gonna put our petals and our saplings in there. And we are also gonna want to grab a bunch of bone meal. Let's grab that first, and then whatever else we can carry, yeah. Double click speed on this just is not great. I don't know why. Okay, so that's gonna go there. That's gonna go there. That's everything. Great. We might, as I'm thinking through this, we probably want to grab my Silk Touch hoe as well. Just trying to get work ahead here. So like I said, even though on the website it says no stream on Monday, keep an eye on my Twitter, because that was written at a time I was assuming I was going to be driving for 12 hours on Monday, and I have realized that that's insane, and that I should totally book a hotel room Monday night, but I can't skip work on Monday and Tuesday and spend money on a hotel room. Even though from a safety standpoint, it's justifiable, from a financial standpoint, I can't skip those two streams. Like, at that point, like, I've got this portable rig, I need to be using it. So yeah, that'll be the plan there. Okay. Well, I think it is, let's see. I've been streaming. I said this was a 1 hour stream, and I've been streaming for an hour, but let's end on the half hour. So we'll give everybody last call for tips. Tips are welcome. PayPal.me/Joe Hills and YouTube Super Chat. And then we are going to wrap up. You know, as I'm thinking about it, I was originally thinking like, oh, I'll take all the saplings over to Elvira's House of Horrors and grow them there. But what I should probably do is I should probably grow them in my sapling growth area. Harvest the blocks. Envy the Sponge says, stay safe, Joe, money isn't worth that much. No, but no. What I'm saying is, though, like, the hotel room costs money. It's that, it's in order to have, what I'm saying is, I can't, like, I have to finance the safer option. I'm not, I don't know if maybe I didn't frame that very well. I don't know how to explain it better. What I'm saying is, I originally thought I wasn't going to stream because I was going to drive for 12 hours. And I could justify skipping the stream and losing that revenue by saving money on a hotel. But if I'm going to spend money on a hotel, I have to work, because otherwise I don't have the money for the hotel. Is that... But I am also worried, like, if I get done with this, like, I've never done 4 pinball tournaments smashed into 3 days like this. So it might also be that I get to Monday morning and I'm just like, I'm just too exhausted to stream. Like, I'm gonna take the L here. We'll have to see. But yeah, as I'm looking at this stuff, I think what we're gonna have to do, yeah, we're not gonna want to regrow cherry blossoms from scratch in here. Well, oh, but maybe we want to replace the birch logs with the cherry blossom logs too. So yeah, maybe we do it from scratch. At least on these ones. On these ones here, we leave them with the coral and the basalt and stuff, maybe. But then we just swap out the leaves. Maybe we leave them dead. I don't know. Yeah. Well, I'll chew on that while I'm driving. That's something to think about. Mahi Zero says there's a link to the tournament stream in the last newsletter, right? There should be, but I've also got it pinned on Twitch and YouTube. And I'm gonna pin that here as well in the so yeah, people in my Discord, while I'm at the tournament, feel free to use this live event chat room to discuss the Fox Cities pinball stream and the current match play standings. Let me... There we go. So, yeah, the Discord can chat about that while I am gone. So, yeah, that is now pinned. NJ says, what time will it be broadcast again? You know what? Fine, let me type that in. Tournament times. Friday, 5 p.m. Tournament times. I'm going to write all central. All central US. Friday, 5 p.m. to 11:30 p.m. Saturday, 9 a.m. to midnight with hour breaks for dinner and lunch. Sunday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Here we go. I'm very excited. Have a safe drive. Good luck on the tournament. Looking forward to the tandem meetup on Sunday. Yeah, I am definitely looking forward to it too. Tentative meetup, 7 p.m. in the pair on Sunday. Likely at Lumberjack Johnny's, pending talking to the folks there. Okay. Bum ba da dun dun da 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 dun dun do 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 do. Bum ba da dun 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 dun. Okay, so I feel like we are in a good place with everything here. We need to wrap up the stream. Let me do final check of PayPal. Once again, apologies to John for not catching your tip that came in at the end of the stream last night or yesterday morning. It is appreciated. It did come in. But yeah, I don't want to make that mistake 2 days in a row. I got distracted talking to Cub. So thank you, John, again for yesterday. So let's see. Doug says, "Wait, over already? How late am I?" Yeah, I'm about to pack up, and yeah, we're wrapping up early today, Doug, because I have to drive to Impair from Eau Claire, and they both have French-sounding names, but they're 3 hours apart. Can you imagine? So yeah, I gotta pack up and get over there. But it is fantastic seeing you as always in the chat, Delg. Delg, do you mind saying what state you're in? I realized I don't even know where you live. Like, because I'm hoping to see you at, and Tanisha just rolled in too as I'm wrapping up Pennsylvania. Okay, cool. Well, I'll see you at Unplugged, hopefully, then, Delg. Looking forward to that. I don't know if I've got anything else Pennsylvania in my plans for the next year. There is a big Allentown Pinball Festival that I saw this year that I wanted to do that I didn't get to. Next year, I'm going to be traveling a lot more because I'm hoping to, with the TCG launching, I'm hoping to go play a trading card game with more people. But anyway, yeah, Tanisha, thanks for stopping in. Delg, yeah, thanks for stopping by as well. Hopefully somebody in the Shadow Council can hook you up with like space. That's how I got my room, but like I'm already sleeping on the floor in the room I'm in. So yeah, like it's all like that room is like full. But yeah, I mean, let's see. If I go to twitch.tv/following, let's see if I can find anybody. But yeah, if y'all are like, Joe Shore travels a lot, how does he afford it? When I go to a lot of these conventions, I'm like, hey, can I sleep on your floor? I have a backpacking air mattress, like for like ultralight backpacking, like mountain climbing, like stuff. It's like the size of like a coffee can when it's compressed, and and I've got and I'll pack that and some thin sheets, and I will take a pillow off one of the beds and I will just sleep on the floor. When I went to Minecon Anaheim, I slept on the floor in a room with like 5 other people. That's because, yeah, it's more important for me to get out and meet people than to be comfortable. But unfortunately, when people are like, Joe, can I crash with you at this event? It's like, no, I'm already crashing with some other people and they're maxed out. Oh, sorry. Yeah. Let's see what is going on in the broader world of Twitch here. Let's see. It looks like our pal Pearlescent Moon is about to start her stream in a few minutes. 32 seconds, actually. So you know what? That's exactly how long it takes to raid. So we're going to /raid Pearlescent Moon. Doug says, I used to crash on my friends' couches in the past, but they all left Philly. Yeah, that sucks. Sorry, Doug. You can visit Pearlescent Moon at twitch.tv/Pearlescent Moon. If you're watching on YouTube, you don't, because the raid won't go there. But yeah. Thank you, Golden Tetrapod, for the wishes of safe travels. I do indeed. One of the reasons I'm cutting the stream short is so I don't have to rush. I'm gonna be just able to focus on the road and not stress out. But when you get over to Pearl's, say, howdy, Pearl. Joe Hills raid here. And until next time, y'all, this is Joe Hills from Nashville, Tennessee. Keep adventuring. Do-do-do-do. Raid